Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you tarot scopes for the month of June 2022. June is here, it has arrived, and I hope you have survived this far. It's been a crazy year. I want to use the word whirlwind, but I don't want to actually use that word because it's such a horrible one. But it has been one of those years, hasn't it? Just when we think we get a handle on things, just when we think things are okay, something happens and we completely shifted off course again. So I think it's another reason why these tarot scopes are proving to be ever so popular. Last month, I think you all really enjoyed your tarot scopes. I had terrible audio last month, and I do apologize for that. But I assure you those problems are fixed and resolved, and we will have no audio problems going forward. So we're recording June 2022 tarot scopes. If this is the first time that you are looking at tarot scopes or watching tarot scopes with me, welcome. Let me just explain to you how it works so that you have an idea of what you've actually what's in store for you with the next couple of minutes. So I record one intro video, that's this one. So every single of the 12 tarot scopes that I do all get the same intro added in front of the video. Then I turn the camera around so that you're looking straight at the table, and I do the reading from there. So you don't get to see my face during the reading. Not important at that point. What's important is the cards. So we switch the camera around so that you get the hands down top version of the table so that you can see the cards that we do. The reading that I'm going to do for you is the same format or layout as what I did last month in May. Because I just thought it gave us so much. There was just so much information there, and relevant, appropriate information, and not, not light-hearted stuff. It was like real. And I thought that was quite good. I enjoyed it. So I'm going to stick to the same format. The only difference that I'm doing this month are the cards that I'm working with, and I've also added in another set of cards. So we're going to start off with the main tarot deck that I'm going to work with this time around is this beautiful Meraki Tarot is what it's called. Meraki Tarot has just finished off its second Kickstarter, which means edition 2, version 2 or second edition is coming out at the end of the year. I am so excited to get my hands on that. I love my Meraki Tarot. So we're going to be using that one this month. I am partnering or pairing it with Oracle decks, and I have got the Divine Energy Oracle by Sonia, and I am also using the Angels and Ancestors Oracle by Kyle Gray. So I think with all of these, we're going to get really awesome readings, awesome messages. So the idea behind the tarot scopes is that I record 12 separate individual readings, one for each sign of the zodiac. So starting at Aries, going all the way through to Pisces and covering everybody in between. Before I start the recording, I do set the intention that it be appropriate or relevant for your sun, moon, and rising. So if you know a little bit about your astrology and you know what your moon sign is and you know what your rising sign is, if you watch those videos as well, it will give you a little bit more insight. I encourage you as well to watch the video for your family and friends. So if you want to know what's going on with your partner, if you want to know what's going on with anybody, in your life, you can check out their tarot scope as well to get a bit of insight into what they're dealing with. Because sometimes what I've noticed is if you're aware of what other people are going through, and if you're mindful of what's happening in their lives, you adjust your reaction or your response to them appropriately, which means communication gets easier, which means connection gets easier, which means relationship is easier. And so sometimes it's nice to know what kind of stuff the other person is going through, so that you understand yourself and you understand everybody else around you. And when we do that, we work in synergy with each other. And I think that's so important. If you want to know how to jump around, the way that I do it on YouTube is I do create a playlist. So there will be a June 2022 playlist that will have all 12 videos in it. But if you open up the little description below, I will have the links to each of the 12 videos in the description below. So it makes it easy for you to navigate and jump around. These videos are free, they are public, they are open to everybody. All I ask from you is, if you do enjoy the content, to give the video a thumbs up. A comment is always appreciated, and if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to the channel. When you do that, subscribe to the channel and push the like button and comment, you're basically helping my channel grow on YouTube. You're helping to let YouTube know that, my content is not so bad, and that maybe YouTube should recommend me to other people. So if you want to help me, subscribe, like, and comment on the channel. And for those of you who have found the new, what they call super thanks feature and have used it, thank you. I'm so appreciative of the donations. I'm so appreciative of the show of support. It's not necessary for anybody to do, but I do appreciate everybody who has used the feature. It's a new feature on YouTube. It's only been on my channel for a couple of weeks, and I've already had quite a few people show their appreciation and their gratitude by dropping a little super thanks in the box, and I do appreciate every single one of you. So we're going to turn the camera around. We're going to get started off. And I look forward to seeing what May 2022 has in store for you. Right, Pisces, let's get into your reading and let's have a look and see what the month ahead has in store for you. I am shuffling the Angels and Ancestors deck. I'm looking for a single card from this deck, which is basically going to set the tone for the reading, set the tone for the month ahead. I did shuffle the cards before I started, but I like to shuffle while I have your attention. Cut the deck and take a card off the top. Let's have a look and see. So Aquarius, we're looking at June 2022. We're asking the angels and ancestors to set the tone for the month ahead. And they are giving you the Fire Guardian and telling you to ignite your passions. Notice passions has an S at the end, which means that there are more than one. It's all your passions, not just a single passion. And if you look at our gentleman here, I mean, he is so strong, he is so confident, he is so full of magic, and everywhere you look there's just fire, 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 fire. All his tattoos are a representative of fire flames, and his wings are also look like they're made out of fire. So he is hot stuff, literally. But what he's doing is he's honest and true with himself. He's igniting his passion. He realizes what he's capable of doing. He realizes the strength that he has, and he knows that he's got a burning inside of him that he can't ignore, a burning inside of him that needs to come out, that needs to be explored, that needs to be, experienced. And he's not going to stop. He's going to keep going until he figures things out. He's going to keep going until he finds his truth, is passion. Because you know what? We all tend to go through life, almost, if I can call it, with blinkers on. We go through life where we're living our best, we're doing our best, and we're probably happy for the most part. We're probably quite happy and content for the most part, but how many of us actually truly live our passion? How many of us have a job that excites us, that we wake up every single morning going, I can't wait to get to work. I can't wait to do whatever it is that I need to do. I think there's very, very few of us that can actually do that. There's very few of us that can actually live our lives that way. And Fire Guardian Aquarius is saying to you that you've got to be that person. You've got to be those, I want to say, those handful of people who are living their truth, who are living their passion. So reminding us to ignite our passions. Okay, as you can see, I am shuffling the Meraki Tarot. I'm going to lay out all the cards that we need. I'm going to put them all on the table, lay out all the cards, and then I will start with the reading. So I'm going to lay them down face down first. These cards don't slide very easily on my mat. they have a beautiful satin, no, not satin, like it's called a rose petal feel. But when you push them on a fabric, it creates resistance. So they don't slide very easily, which is a good thing, so that they're not going to move around the table. But laying them out proves to be a challenge because there's resistance. Like now I'm trying to pull it back, but there's resistance. Okay, so there are our 9 cards that we need from the tarot deck. And I'm leaving this space open on purpose because I have another oracle deck here, which I will pull out just now. As soon as we finish with the tarot, I will finish off with that oracle deck that will fill this gap over here. Right, so Aquarius, we're starting off with card number 1. And card number 1 is a card that represents you as you step into the month of June 2022. So as the 1st of June comes around, this is a card that depicts you. This is your energy. And we've got the Knight of Cups. I love the Knight of Cups. So we've got 2 birds. it's I want to say it's clearly a male and female, but I can't actually say that for certain. What I can say for certain, though, is this bird's minding his own business, her own business, okay? Doing its own thing, not really too concerned about what's going on around them. And then we've got this other little bird coming up here who is so full of bright, fiery, beautiful energy, carrying this cup and sort of dropping what looks like, I know that looks like a crab in there, but dropping sort of magical, beautiful energy into hearts, hoping to attract the attention of another. The Knight of Cups is about a big show of emotion, a big show of appreciation and a recognition for another person. So I always like to say that this is the romantic card, okay? The Knight of Cups is the person who is always trying to romance and, you know, big shows of love and affection for other people. So Aquarius, this is you feeling super confident, actually coming into the month feeling like, you know what, I'm actually cool, I'm actually okay, I know who I am, I know what I'm about, I know what I need, I know what I want, I know where to get it. I'm actually feeling quite super awesome. You're probably full of positivity, you're probably full of joy and happiness, and you probably have already started feeling that kind of burning sensation in your stomach, in your soul, around your passions, especially when talking about your passions or working with your passions. But if you're working with things that are not your passion, you're probably not feeling so enthusiastic. But I think you're stepping into the month feeling pretty fabulous. Nothing wrong with that, of course, absolutely. So Aquarius, our next card that we have is the actual theme for the month ahead. So was sort of just setting the tone, but the actual theme for the month ahead we have got is the card of Temperance. Temperance is about, just to put it in a very simple phrase, temperance is about balance. And especially considering that we have got the fire guardian. If we have too many sparks, we are going to have a fire. All right. So temperance is just reminding you, Aquarius, that even though you're feeling so good, even though you're feeling so strong, even though you're feeling so pretty fabulous, you need to make sure that you're not pushing the boundaries too much. You need to make sure that you're not being too passionate or too enthusiastic, because if you are too passionate and too enthusiastic, you stand a chance of setting yourself on fire. And we don't want to be doing that. Yeah, we really don't want to be doing that. Okay, so we've got as the theme for the month, it is about temperance, because we don't want to be running too hot and we don't want to be running too cold. We need to find our balance in between. All right. Card number 3, Aquarius, is the card of something that you can look forward to accomplishing during the month of June. So what will you achieve and accomplish during the month of June? And we've got the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups is what we call your wishes being granted card, okay? 9 of Cups is about having everything your heart desires and so much more. So if we have a look, there's lots of other fishies. You are a fish in a big pond, and there are lots of other fishies. So you've got your social covered, you've got your romance covered, you've got your finance covered, you've got your emotions covered. Like, everything is pretty fabulous. So you are going to have a really good month as far as that is concerned. And again, really good. Nothing wrong with that at all. But remember, we don't want to do anything in excess, because if we do anything in excess, we stand a chance of burning out, burning ourselves. Okay, so before I pick up that card, Aquarius, the next 2 cards are, to me, like the most important out of this whole spread, because these 2 cards really put things into perspective, if I may say. This card over here is going to be a card to show something that you need to avoid at all costs during the month of June. And this is a card of something that you need to embrace during the month of June. So let's have a look. What is something that you need to avoid at all costs in the month of June? And we have got the Empress. Now, very interesting Empress that we have here. So, I mean, she's got this little hair looking up at her. She's got a birdie sitting on her antlers. But doesn't she look like she's made of gold? I mean, doesn't she just look so beautiful? The Empress is the card of life. The Empress is the individual, the archetype, the personality, the one who gives life to all, the one who nurtures and takes care of, the one who looks after, the one who provides emotional support and well-being for others. And this is something that you need to avoid, Aquarius. And the reason for that is because you've got your own journey. You've got your own experiences. We need to ignite your passion, not ignite somebody else's passion. So you need to avoid thinking about and putting other people's needs, wants, and desires before your own. I know that's hard. We're not saying deny everybody. We're not saying say no to everybody. But what Spirit is saying to you, Aquarius, is just be mindful of how much of your time, how much of your energy, how much of yourself are you giving to other people, to nurture other people, to take care of other people, when maybe in fact they should be taking care of themselves. Okay. That is something to avoid. Let's look, Aquarius, what is something that you should embrace now in the month of June? And we have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is telling you to embrace the choices and the options that you have available to you. If we look at this particular card, never mind all the gorgeous butterflies, and you know me and my butterflies, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cups, and each cup contains something different. This is the card that represents choices and options. This is the card that says to you, don't always feel like you only have one path to walk, or one solution, one option, one way to go. Recognize that there are always many, many different ways that you can do whatever it is that you need to do. You don't always have to stick to the same old, same old. We are igniting our passions this month. We are allowing ourselves to experience new. We're allowing ourselves to step outside of our comfort zones and to have all our wishes granted. But in order to do that, you need to recognize that you do have other choices and options, and you are the only one who can initiate those choices and options. You are the only one who can bring them forward, bring them into life, give them life. And if you keep quiet about them, if you hold back and keep quiet on them, you're never going to succeed. You're never going to achieve. Remember, it's about balance. It's about having that kind of yin and yang balance in your life. But that requires, or that means recognizing, seeing, and appreciating the options and the choices that are available to you. Good. Aquarius, we're coming down to this card over here. Now, we've spoken about what to avoid. We've spoken about what to embrace. We've spoken about what you will achieve and accomplish. This is the card that talks about an obstacle that you have to work through. So this could be a potential challenge that you will experience during the month of June, and one that you will overcome. And the challenge that you have is the Eight of Swords. And I apologize to those who don't like spiders. Me personally, I'm a spider girl. I won't say I love my spiders, but I certainly don't mind them. And I'm quite happy to look at them and whatever else, especially beautiful ones like this. But look at what we've got here. So forgetting about the spider, let me put my thumb over the spider. Pretend that my thumbnail is the spider. Prettier. We've got this ladybug, and who thinks that they are trapped and caught in the web. Let's do that. See if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. So you can see that the ladybird feels like she's trapped and caught in the web, but the truth of the matter is she's actually in these swords that are here. The swords are in front of the web, and she's on the sword. She's not on the web, but in her mind, she's got herself convinced that she's stuck in the web. She sees the spider coming, so she's panicking. But the truth of the matter is she can quite easily fly off, because she's not on the sticky web. She's probably hooked or caught on the swords, and she's not actually stuck. Remember, this is an obstacle. So this is you realizing, Aquarius, that you can overcome your own challenges. Recognizing that when you feel like things are bad, when you feel like things are falling apart, when you feel like things are struggling, when you feel like things are not working the way that you need them to, instead of just giving in, instead of just throwing in the towel, this is Spirit saying to you that you will find a way. Nobody's going to come and save you. Nobody's going to come and save you. You have to ignite your own passion, and you have to find your own way out of it. And you do it by balance. What I mean by that is when you stop the panic. So here's the panic. Here's the reality, okay? When you lower the panic, stop the panic, and you bring it down to where reality is, suddenly the answers are clear. Suddenly you understand everything. So the message of the Eight of Swords is telling you, don't allow your thoughts, your perceptions, your perceived notions, don't allow them to limit and restrict you, because nothing is limiting and restricting you except that which you think about. You have options. Embrace your options, Aquarius. All right, next on our list. When you're finding yourself in that precarious kind of situation, this is the card that's going to show the support that is available to you. So let's have a look and see what support is available to all Aquarius in the month of June. And we have got the card of the Magician. The Magician is the card that says that you can manifest, create, anything that your heart desires, that you are the master of your own destiny, that you are the creator of your own destiny. But if you don't ignite your passion, you're not going to have the support. So again, this is confirmation that you are the only one who can change your circumstance, that you are the only one who can move your life in a different direction. Nobody's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, you're going in the wrong direction, move here. No, you're the one that does the tapping. You're the one that does that for other people. But we're going to stop doing that. We're going to stop being there for other people. This is Spirit saying the support that's available to you is recognizing how in control you are, recognizing the fire that burns within your soul that can help you live the life that you want, the life that you need. And Aquarius, we now move on to something that you need to set in motion during the month of June. What is something that you need to set in motion? What is something that you need to initiate during the month? And we've got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, I mean, again, this artwork, isn't it just exquisite? We have got an abundance. We've got grapes, we've got food, we've got shelter, we've got victory and success, we've got crystals, and we've got this huge big daddy hair standing, sitting, whatever he's doing, but he's observing. He's observing his people, his children, his family. He's observing everybody around him, and he's making sure that everybody has what they need. He's making, like, he's not stopping anybody. He's not telling anybody what to do. He's just quietly, subtly observing and ensuring that everybody has whatever it is that they need, whenever it is that they need it. And this is you. The Empress, she's the one who makes it happen. She's the one who creates. She's the one who gives. And remember, we have to stop that. But what we have to be is we have to be more King of Pentacles, less Empress, more King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is where you know that there's food around. It's up to the other people to find the food. You've taken them to the area where there is an abundance. Now it's up to them to actually find it. Empress is the one that brings the food on plates, lays it down. No, we need to be less of that. And you know what this is? The difference between these two is temperance. It's finding that balance. But it's also allowing you time to enjoy your environment, to enjoy your surroundings, to enjoy the things that you do enjoy and ignite your own passions. And our final tarot card, Aquarius, we are going to draw another oracle, but our final tarot card is just additional information, just additional advice and guidance that Spirit feel you need to hear for the month of June 2022. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Can you see this beautiful figure of 8? We call it a lemniscate. It's the infinity symbol. It's the never-ending cycle. And it is moving around a rose quartz crystal and an amethyst crystal. And, you know, these two are, that's what brings balance in our life, those two crystals. And we've got all these birds that are flying around as well. Two of Pentacles is the card of balance. I'm going to say to you that Two of Pentacles is a gentler version of temperance. So we started off, you know, we came into the month feeling fabulous, feeling like everything's wonderful and everything's amazing. But the theme for the month is about balance. And this is just Spirit saying, you know what, don't forget everything in moderation, everything in balance. And it doesn't matter how chaotic things may get. It doesn't matter how scary things may get. As long as you are focusing on that infinity, as long as you are focusing on that balance, you're going to be absolutely fine, Aquarius, and you're going to have an awesome, amazing, superb month. But you need to stop doing for others, and you need to start recognizing and acknowledging the options that are available to you. And when it comes to the options, it's not just about all the different options, but it's the options that appeal to you. Okay, because let's bring our fire guardian back into it. Just because you have 12 options doesn't mean you have to take all 12. There may only be 2 out of the 12 that really appeal to you, that really ignite your passion. And those are the 2 that you deal with. The rest of them you leave alone. Okay. So Aquarius, here we have the next oracle deck. And this is the Divine Energy Oracle. So I did give it a shuffle before I started recording, but I do like to just shuffle while I have you on camera. This particular deck doesn't have a picture. It just literally has a keyword or a key phrase. And I have been loving the messages that have been coming from it. So let's have a look, Aquarius. Final message from Spirit. Anything else that Spirit want to add? Let's see what comes through for you. Let go and enjoy. You know what? I love that. I mean, that, as far as I'm concerned, ties in all of this. It just wraps it up in a pretty bow and says, we're done. Let go and enjoy. Let go of the need to take care of other people. Let go of the need of the, like, what's the right choice? What's the right thing for me to be doing? Let go of this need to handle everything on your own. Just let go and just take a minute to enjoy where you are. Let your fire build, let your fire ignite. Free your soul and just say, you know what, I can do anything. I can have anything. I can go anywhere. I can live the life that I want. But I need to let go of the restrictions, the controls, let go of fear, and just start enjoying life. Aquarius, I love this reading for you. I hope you enjoy it too. Let me know how the month turns out. Comment below, come back and comment below during the month and let me know how it all works out for you. Let me know if you have found your passion, if you have ignited your passion in whatever way that you need to. Thank you for being here with me. And as always, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care, Aquarius.